Hello, friends. Today I am talking about Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan and narrated by Jesse Bernstein. I can remember the day I picked up this novel, not particularly because I was super invested in this book, but because I was on my way to the Wizarding World at Universal in Florida in 2010. I was in the airport and this book looked interesting. Over 10 years later, I still enjoy listening to this book. 12-year-old Percy Jackson has always had trouble fitting in. He is constantly finding himself in trouble and expelled from schools. While on a field trip with his latest school, he is attacked by his math teacher, who turns out to be a monster. What's worse is that when he returns to his classmates, no one seems to remember her. Percy is not even sure he believes it happened. That is until his vacation comes to an abrupt end as a minotaur chases him to summer camp, a place that changes Percy's life and sets him on a path to take on a quest to find Zeus's stolen lightning bolt and return it within the next 10 days. What I like about this novel is the modern take on mythology. The reader is invited into a world where the gods still exist and are still making the same errors they were known for. This is a fun read. It's a book that does not take itself seriously. It is full of humor, which makes the book fly by. Rick Riordan gives the reader characters that are fun and worth getting to know throughout this novel. Percy is an easy protagonist to like, but what I truly enjoy is the cast of characters surrounding him. Annabeth and Grover add to the story. The back and forth between Percy and Annabeth is enjoyable, and watching their friendship grow over this novel is rewarding. This novel, along with its sequels, makes for great fun to share with a young reader. From my own experience, this has been included in book clubs with my 12-year-old niece, and she has found it to be a good read. My critiques go hand in hand. This is a book that is for a young reader. While it is enjoyable for all ages, it is definitely written for a certain age. I want to point out the discovery of Percy's dad because it is so obvious. Although it is treated as some big revelation, it is just apparent. Thinking about this through the mind of a kid, it is easier to forgive this, as a kid might feel included in on some secret, while an adult reader finds it a little grating. As for the narration, Jesse Bernstein does a good job of narrating this novel. His voice is useful enough to really bring Percy to life. It also does not diminish the novel in any way. One thing I noticed is how some of the characters' voices are the same, but for me it is still a great listen. Lastly, I want to talk about the new Percy Jackson series that is coming to Disney Plus. Recently, Disney revealed who they have casted to play the three main characters in their new Percy Jackson series. It seems to have stirred up some controversy. In my opinion, I am excited about this series. I hope it does justice to the novels. I am glad that the main cast is age appropriate. I do not really care what they look like. I do understand that Annabeth has a certain look in the books, but to be upset about Leah Jeffries taking on the role is ludicrous. Being upset at a child for accepting a role is likewise upsetting. No one should be treating this young lady in such a rude manner. I would even agree with Rick Riordan and call it racist. I am thoroughly looking forward to this series. I also am looking forward to seeing who they cast for the adult roles. All in all, this is another book I highly recommend, especially if you have young readers or if you are interested in Greek mythology. If you have any suggestions for my next read, please leave a comment. And if you enjoyed any of my videos, please subscribe. Thank you.